The Old Bailey is where we just came from. There's Guy, Adok, and Piero. Let's not interrupt Piero. He's busy working on those nice pictures for the Baron. Do we not have the option to just sit down and do work? We have to interrupt other people? Okay. Let's start with Adok. God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, Brother Adok? Mill? I don't know what he means there. Mill. That's easy. I am well. Oh, I'm glad you explained that. Well done, my son. It is early. I will give you a harder one later. I look forward to all of your anagrams, Brother Adok. Is Adok an anagram for something? Literal nut. Ah, yes. Until then. Okay. Guy. Good day, Andreas. How is your morning going, Brother Guy? It's fine. More contracts for the abbot. Which would you rather be making, contracts or manuscripts? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbots and the priors, both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. Wow, that's like such a depressing thought. Then I'll leave it to you. I'll leave it to you. I'll leave you to it. Alright. Can I, like, start on my work? Or I've got to interrupt Piero, eh? I'm not a fan of that. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. There's more than one way to tell there's a storm coming. Big Jorg Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Eldok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. I'm not sure that was related. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. I know this one. They were set upon by a bear. One or two bears or something. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adok? I am comparing you to an impudent youth, whom the Lord in his ineffable wisdom may choose to strike down. I think they're just having playful banter. I don't think they're really getting upset at each other. I'm going to say nothing. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. Wait, I said that out loud? He was here, but then he heard Lawrence I'm having troubles with that name. Rothvogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Yeah, it's pretty true, eh? He's doing exactly what the other guy's doing. Oh no. Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. Gads. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he's visiting. Gets right back to work. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Okay, that's rude. Okay, you need to go stand in a corner. Now you're just being a bully. What's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He had to wait like everyone else. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put him in his place. Guy, someday you will stand where Piero is, and a young monk will stand where you are now. I'm going to say it in Latin. Mors estiam Daphnidi siculo venit. I have no idea how to pronounce Latin. Death also came to Daphnis of Sicily. I'm gonna pronounce that. I know it's. I'm gonna say harumph. I feel that's a harumph kind of statement. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. I didn't choose that option. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freesing. So what, is the dude gonna come here and slap Piero? Kearsarge is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Okay, I showed up late for work and now I'm not going to work on my work. I'm going to just do my own thing in the meantime. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Inder Mauer manuscript. Yeah, like, that's what I'm here for, right? What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Inder Mauer manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? Yeah, what do you mean? I mean, did you sleep? Is that any of your business? Could I just get the book? Ugh. That's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? No, get some exercise. I need to reference it for my work. No, why are you complaining? Isn't this your job? Yeah. No, why are you complaining? Isn't this your job? Isn't writing books your job? Yes, and I need the manuscript to reference. Sister Illuminata! Oh, sorry, I messed that up. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. What are you talking about? I don't like this person. Andreas. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother. Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Inder Mauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. Or, wait a second. Are we playing the beta guy? I wasn't being inappropriate with her. No, we're going to take the high road here. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Oh, he got it quite quickly. Come on, Piero, I just started. Andreas, may I see oh, sorry. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. Is this on a piece of paper? Like, obviously, like, it's gonna be something nicer. I don't know what they used back then, but it doesn't look that impressive to me for a masterpiece. The contrast of colors is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right. That's what I'm gonna say. That's how I feel right now. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. Ah. Ooh. Did I do this on purpose? I'm gonna say we did this on purpose. That's what clients want. I'm thinking ahead. What do you want? Where are you in this work? I want to do a good job. I want my clients to be satisfied. Yeah. Do you think that you'll do a good job if you thoughtlessly imitate another artist's work? What does this painting represent? It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. All right, well then it's a wistful painting of a past event. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it. Even Father Gurno. What? Sorry. Why is it forbidden to bring pigs into the forest? What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. Come on, Piero. But it is not the way November is. Oh. Art is a... How did you get all the way over there? We were just standing beside me. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay for the truth. I don't know if I really agree with that. This masterpiece is a way for me to impress patrons. I can't be concerned with anything else. That's what it is. Yeah. If money were all you truly cared about, there are more profitable professions than that of an artist. For a game with a lot of writing in it, I'm surprised that we've already run into a few typos. Actual typos, not ones that were fixed. Andreas, you know the power of art to move people as well as to convey truth. Even something as simple as a book of hours can illuminate a transcendent wisdom. I'm not sure what a book of hours actually is. But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. That's the second time they've said that about this place. Does that make you sad? Why is that? Why has Kurosawa kept this up for so long? Yeah, I guess our Andreas, to be perfectly honest, I myself, it would be more interested in asking if he's sad, but Andreas is more interested in just like the factual stuff. Some people, some places have a difficult time of letting go of the past. I am not among them. I mean, here I am drawing an event that is no longer allowed, so obviously I can sympathize with that a little bit. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and, in so doing, be brought to truth. I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. As long as artificial intelligence doesn't take over the art sector. And Brother Key. No, I'm not gonna bring Brother Key in. He's a meanie today. I don't like him. Say nothing. Oh shit! This will be remembered. Is he gonna like poison my soup at dinner? It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Piero seems like a good guy. Ah, where has the time gone? It is already terse. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. Uh-oh. What is this? That looked suspicious. What's going on in here? Oh, sorry, no. Illuminata is the nice one. That was the wrong voice to use. Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Prior Ferenc came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Oh, he was slamming books shut? Prior Ferenc should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. I already said he seemed to be in a great hurry. I'm not going to reiterate it. I'll just nod. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Oh, that. Huh. Yep, no, we're, what's the term for that? You can't read the atmosphere. Not sure what the term, anyway. Oh, that reminds me, there are a few more books I've been wanting to borrow. You can't be serious. You want more books? I think Prior Ferenc has given you more than enough. I'm not gonna get haughty about it. I'll get defensive. I don't ask for those books. He just gives them to me and I ask for my opinion. What was he thinking there? I actually missed that. There's a thought bubble. That's between the two of you. My concern is only for the books. I can't give them out to just anyone. I'm not just anyone. Wink. You're right. I'm sorry. Forgive me. There's nothing to forgive. The library and its books are my responsibility. My concern for the books does not end at the library door, nor does my responsibility. Please understand that. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lauren's broth bubble? Why is Prior Ferenc so nervous? We already got that information. Because he's friends with some other guy who's powerful. And apparently we're on the fence at the moment, so we don't want to bring more attention to ourselves. Lawrence, I didn't know that you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Yeah, we spent the morning walking together. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and father abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Oh, she's holding out on us. I was hoping to work on my masterpiece, but I suppose I can help. I understand, but there is rarely a time when I am in the scriptorium and the brothers are not present. Thank you. It's for the good of the abbey. Where should I begin? There, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Yeah, I guess they used inches, didn't they? Imperial. Innsbruck inches or Nuremberg? Whose thumb are we measuring by? I know the ones are among Pierre's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. If I know them, then why would I bother asking the inches thing? Unless this is possible that I have the wrong ones. Well, I'm going to go with the more useful response. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Pierre's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. They are not his to keep. Okay. Let's just grab those. Oh, we get to look at them first. So while she's waiting for us to just pick them up off the table and give them to her, we're opening them up to have a look. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Oh, interesting. Aeneas? I'm not going to... Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Ida? That's nice. Do you think Aeneas is sense of duty appeals to Piero. Allium non sponte secor. Do we make use of that just because we can? I have no idea what it means. Yeah, let's do that. We'll learn something when he translates it. I do not go to Italy willingly. I don't see how that really relates here. I do not go to Italy willingly. Huh. I did not make you for a scholar of Roman poetry, Andreas. The words sit easily in my memory. I'm not sure why. Probably out of love rather than duty. Do you think Aeneas's sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. Alright, those... Is it really that bad is what I'm thinking. Well, surely it's not that dire. We're gonna be a goofball here. How would you know, Andreas? How could you? Oh, she's gonna walk into the ocean. Men are not sorted by the same sieve of life as women are. There are fewer places where we fit. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dita, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. Sorry, from the empress to a nun. Wow, that's really tough to read there. It is our lot. I suppose I understand why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry for men. Now, the books, if you please. I like that though. I like them standing in positions in the books. It's nice. All right, here you go. Did we have the option to just like run out the door with the books? Thank you. Next, Wretched Garin. This is a printed copy. Green cover, diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I should have paid more attention to the description. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adok was reading it. Okay, alright. Brother Adok was reading it over here, I guess. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Almedea Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. Really? I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. Oh, okay. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. In the end, Gurin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. Yeah, I suppose you're right. It's better suited for knaves like me. I don't go to church on Sundays. It's not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? It upsets the whole thing. There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, For you are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter? Alright, we're not gonna get pedantic. I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with her. It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Amadea Risco's property. Yeah, I mean, seriously, if the guy sent 3 letters, it is theft at this point. Book, please. There is only one book left. Then you will be freed from bondage. More importantly, you'll tell us what we want to know. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. Apparently I already... Oh yeah, what is it? I'm curious. The description should be sufficient. She's got places to be. She doesn't want to talk with us anymore. Very well. That's it on the stool, I guess. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good, please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Ah, it's in French. The soul that God touched, empty of sin in the first state of grace. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. I haven't asked so many questions. I've asked one question twice and you haven't answered me. I have good reason not to answer you. Alright. Wait. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. Oh. Damn. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? Whoop. "200 years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. Was Father Matthias around 200 years ago, though? Like, shouldn't it have been destroyed back then? Yeah, I feel that way. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed, even if their content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. Yeah, I'm gonna stay quiet on that one. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Yeah, let's get real inquisitive on this. Here's good to you if you're all fine. Here, take it. No. How did he know it was here? Mother Cecilia made a note of it in the inventory when she was the librarian. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna lay my life over this. Well, Father Gernot does. That seems like a silly thing to say. Fine, here, take it. Good. It's for the best. Thank you. And then he ran out the door. Nope, can't do that. Now then, Baron Rothvogel, quickly though. I need to finish up here soon. I don't think it was that unusual. Like he learned that we were the artist working on something at the Abbey and so on. He has a connection, seeing as he came here specifically to see stuff being made at the Abbey. Copy this story as Tassier. He said it has some scandalous details in it. There's not much of a question there. He may only have... Oh, hang on. Wait, I can highlight this. What's this mean? He may only have time to answer one question, so I should choose carefully. Oh, okay. All right. I kind of assumed that, but yeah, that's great that they have that as a little hint. What kinds of books does he buy from the Abbey? How long has he been visiting the Abbey? Doesn't seem like a very useful question. Yeah, I guess what kind of books? Why? Are you angling to get the Baron as a patron someday? Yep. It's only prudent. I want to line up potential clients before I become a master. Oh, I thought your interest might be motivated by something other than money. I'm confused. Is that implying that I love the Baron? What? I love books as much as anyone's sister, but I'm very confused by these responses and by that question. I love books as much as anyone's sister, but I have to prepare for the future. I understand. The Baron has a particular interest in books on magic and other occult topics. Oh, really? As does our prior, though I suspect the Baron's interests may be more experimental than academic. Well, academic for... Yeah, I can see monks wanting to learn about... Well, on the one hand, I can see them wanting to learn about heresies and what's wrong about them. But then I also see them just saying we shouldn't read this at all. Yeah, magic is a fascinating subject, but I kind of feel the way we're playing Andreas, we aren't actually that interested. So we'll say that. Is that normal, monks having an interest in the occult? Monks and nuns have been copying these books for centuries. Who else has such easy access to them? Faith can inure anyone against corrupting ideas, but reading such texts is dangerous. Not that it is my place to judge either the prior or the Baron, of course. It's no one's place to do so, but you sure can. You seem to say that often after judging people. Yeah. Is that a joke or simply an observation? In any case, I understand that it is a flaw that I must correct. But it is not my place to correct myself. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Wait, how will you get to the church if you can't enter the scriptorium? I thought this was the only door into the library. We are standing in the oldest part of the Abbey, and like any old place, it has its share of secrets. Ooh. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. What about prayers? Am I not doing that? I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house down below the Abbey. Okay, hang on. Dinner with Otto and Andrews. I thought I was having dinner with the gentleman starting with a C in town. So there's the church, there's the dormitory. We can go check this way. Oh, we can run. Cemetery. Prior's room, right? Okay. Well, we're going to go back the way we came. Oh. Suddenly we're running. What is that? Hang on. Refectory. What is a refectory? I should know that. But I don't. Down to the lower abbey where the stables are. Oh. There's Martin. Don't like that scoundrel. Guest house and Endress and Otto. Great. Good day, Master Mahler. Ah, Andreas. Good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Yes, she did. I didn't read it, though. Afternoon, Endress, Otto. Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's prowl. Pray, okay. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts. Okay. Which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 I've had a bad morning. Alright, I don't want to be a spoiled sport. How did the morning treat you? Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damned hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Can I choose one of their food items? No. Okay. It's almonds, rye bread, sheep's milk cheese. It really seems like this would be better if you just combined it, right? Spread some cheese on the rye bread and then... I feel the almonds should be the last thing. Let's start with some cheese. Cheese is delicious. It's not that bad of an injury. It just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to do work here when it suits him. We'll eat some rye bread. We finish off the cheese? No? Okay. Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrim's badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. We'll have some almonds. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the meadows on your way up here. What's that all about? He's here to check on a commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. He was, though Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. He does seem like he has an unsavory side to him. Yeah, he's a bit rude and apparently into the occult. You've got that right. He's been known to fool around with young women. He's married, of course. I guess we did get that impression too. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back, old Ranig. May he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. Oh, of course he wouldn't mention anything like that. He beat someone? That doesn't seem like the sort of thing he would do. It's not my affair. Not my affair. I can't speak to it. I wasn't there either, but I do know that it happened. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. Of course not. What did you talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? Yeah, Martin Luther, my time at university, a variety of other things. He's quite well educated. Sure, I imagine you have a lot of time to read when you don't have to worry where your next meal is going to come from. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Andres. No one should get away with what he does, what this abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. I'm kind of in the middle on this. Am I? Okay. I think we are a bit of a suck up, right? Yeah. I think you're being unfair. The Abbey does Tassing a lot of good, more than you realize. Oh, Otto, did you see that the Bowers sheep escaped the grazing fields again? Changes subject tactically. No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job at it. He's like right over there by the door. He's just to the left of this house that we're sitting beside. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in Tassing. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. I totally thought Martin was a child. I didn't realize he's an adult. On top of that, he's a damn thief. And before you say it, Andrus, that's more than just gossip. Look at him over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. Yeah, okay, but he's married and has a kid? I admit, he seemed less than helpful when I saw him this morning. I doubt he'll ever amount to much of anything. Speaking of the Bowers sheep, their ewes are shorn and the women will be spinning it soon, Otto. I got it, Andrus. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right. I'll catch up in a moment, Andrus. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Ava for me if you get a chance. Ooh. Of course. I should return to work in the scriptorium. Until later. Time to get back to work. Here comes the storm. Hey, Martin, are you, like, just looking in that house? That person's house? Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? Not really. What are you doing? Mind your own business. I'm only curious, and curiosity is a virtue. I don't know why that would convince him. You're nothing but a snoop and a windbag. Piss off. Don't want to talk to you anymore. Alright, Martin is just not a great person. I mean, just because he doesn't like us doesn't mean he's a bad person, but I don't like him. Machia and Carl. Carl! There's a dead human in our living room. Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. I'm behind in my work. I went up to the shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. Moritz? The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. How long does a candle last? Do you go to the shrine very often? Your dedication to St. Moritz is impressive. Yeah. Your dedication to St. Moritz is impressive. Oh, well, truth be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz's hand and Thacia shrines to pray for their aid. I hope the saints hear your prayers. We're not gonna, put people down. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. Good luck, Carl. We don't care about that guy. Hang on. Let's go back to the scriptorium. We have to get to work. Make up for lost time this morning. Oh, who's this? Walk closer. Volkbert. Volkbert? Good day, Andreas. Oh, cemetery is not quite where we're going, but oh, let's look at the tree. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. Alright. The Old Bailey. Oh, is this... That's quite the shortcut, isn't it? Ah, here we go. Brother Elidoc, this work. I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Prior, I am working to the best of my abilities and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Prior. I will work harder. Don't you dare berate him. Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. Alright, I'm not going to go that far, but we'll say, excuse me, Prior Ferenc, but I believe your point is made. Andreas, I will remind you that I am the master of the scriptorium and you are a guest here. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Piero's work is unacceptably slow. Shut up, Guy. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work, and I accept responsibility for it. Friar Ferenc is right. I am a failure. Friar Ferenc, is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest, I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and this style is, well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity towards Curacao is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. Never. It's a missed typo. We can fix this, of course. We only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. What does he say here? How should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. Oh. Oh, what is this? Did we just get different options? No, I'll be polite. Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. It acknowledges him respectfully without being overly familiar. My lord? Father Gernot, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your No, I'm not talking about the script, that's fine, but the art, the illustrations. Have you seen my art? I want Andreas to do the others. Of course. I mean, if Andreas is all right with it. Ah. Okay, I'm between these two. We are supposed to find a way to help the Gertners, so... I'm not a fan of using this option while standing here in front of the Baron. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go with this. Pay me in advance on it, and I will. What? You can't dictate your fee to me. Father Gernot. Yeah, we got him between the rock and a hard place. Very well. I'll have Brother Matthew draw... I've got to come up with the... I'll just say Matthew. Brother Matthew draw up the necessary funds. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? That's a manipulative thing to say at this moment. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. Oh, shit. The Abbot's gonna, like, kick us out of the Abbey once this guy's gone. You know what? I'm going to be honest. My lord, I've already made supper plans with the Drucker family in town. I will say that. Nonsense. You can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, Father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend the Prince Bishop would deny additional guests at his table. Alright, I'm starting to dislike Lorenz. I find it like uppity nobles, but I don't like name dropping. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. Especially when he's the only one in the room that wants it, right? Like, Andreas himself said he had other plans. You had this planned. Yes, even though I tried to get out of it, I had it planned. You must have put your book in the Baron, or a hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. Oh, that's harsh. That's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. Yeah, I do feel there's, yeah. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are. And you've embarrassed me, the abbot, and the abbey. Shut up, Guy. Friar Ferenc is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute? I'm not being very consistent between Adok and prior. I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to say that. Yeah, piss off, Guy. I'm going to say it. There you go. You're so insincere and you're so obvious about it, Guy. Brothers. Grow up, please. If you please, sisters Edina? Yes, Edina. And I would prefer it if you could keep the noise down. It sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Whacking 1,000 men with the... Oh yeah, that's what she's referring to. With the jawbone of a donkey. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the levatorium for supper at the abbot's table. Darn you, Bishop. Where are we going? To the lavatorium to clean up, right? M for the map. The lavatorium is... I'm not seeing it on here. Oh, courtyard and lavatorium. Okay. We're going to take a shortcut through the cemetery. Alright. Is this it? Oh. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper. Though the circumstances are unusual, to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you. None of the brothers will, but it will be good to have you with us. That's a shame. I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. I am a suck-up, but I like Father Piero. He seems like a good person, and he puts up with a lot. I wish you could take my place, Brother Piero, but you deserve the honor. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at Kearsarge Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron of Rothvogel, to help you in your career. I think it's hard to debate that he's slow. Like, it seems from what we've seen so far that he has been slow. So we'll say there's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because a nobleman says so. It's not the style that the nobleman was looking for. Don't trouble yourself over it. This time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Oh, not this way. Sorry, it's not tab, it's M. I need to press M. Oh, right there. The refectory is where people eat. That's, there you go. Oh, there's a lot more people in here than I expected. Andreas, glad you could join us. I didn't have a choice. Thank you, my lord. Father Gernot, Father Thomas, Prior Ferenc. Simon Peter answered, You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus replied, Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? Some, yes. I don't think Andreas is completely... Well, we'll say some, yes, sure. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you find on earth will be bound in heaven. Bind on earth will be bound in heaven. And whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gernot, have you read anything by Martin Luther? This is a brilliant subject to bring up. I can't say that he has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. Awkward silence. I love everyone turns and looks at him. That's so good. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? My God, Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see value in his ideas, do you not? This is brilliant. My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes? How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sale of indulgences? Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Awkward. Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. Yeah, he's really put us on the spot, for sure. Why not join in the debate? It may bring everyone closer to understanding the truth. I need to be quiet. I don't know what else to do. To hell with the abbot. If you can't handle a little criticism, he isn't fit to sit at the fancy table. I think as a businessman, it's better not to upset parties. Now, obviously, I'd be upsetting him if I don't join him, but I think it'd be better if I stay quiet. Lawrence won't like it, but this is the abbot's table after all. I'm gonna stay quiet. Et tu, Andreas, I expected more of you. Enough! Lord Rothvogel, you are our guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work. Thank you for correcting that. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father. It is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you're far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Taciae. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome. Fathers, brothers, Andreas, good night. Thank you, Andreas, for not letting him engage you in his debate. No good would have come of it. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. Why doesn't Brother Piero get to stay here? I can walk out on my own. I will take my leave as well. Good night. Sorry, why am I doing that voice for Father Thomas? Don't worry about Father Gernhoff and the Baron. I am sure it will all be fine by morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. I think it's unlikely, as well say. It may be so, but we must never lose hope. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. I mean, he left dinner early. I don't think he's going to be talking to many people. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's idea? Why would I... Alright. What do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Brother Piero is a very open-minded individual, I think. Ah! That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. I should get some sleep. I am... Like, that means I have to run all the way home, right? Sorry. Oh. I have to click to get that map. Hang on. So the Abbey's up there. We're trying to get back to Gertner Farm. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Oh. There's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lorenz must still be awake. I wonder how he's doing. And what was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. The storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. I should get back to the Gertners. I say that, but can I just go over here and knock on the door? No, I cannot. All right. To the meadow. What is this? Mailbox? No, I that's a statue in there, right? Oh. Oh. Egads. Are you all right, Master Maller? Did you see that in the aqueduct? The ghost? He said matter-of-factly. There must be a better explanation than that. Well, I think, you know what, this is a superstitious time. I'm gonna say maybe? Yes? Yes? It could be a Roman. Maybe even an old pagan. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Have you ever seen one? I mean, it sounds like he's... Yeah, whatever, I was to say. Have you ever seen one? Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie beneath these stones? Well, I think I found Johann's last lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Take care, Master Maller. I will, thank you, Till. You too. I'm going to say you too. Oh, we can look at the flowers. Irises, beautiful. Let's go look at the statue. The figures in the shrine to Saint Christopher are quite nice. And there's a forest. I don't want to head back through the forest. Snowdrops, one of the only flowers that can bloom this early in spring at this altitude. Go to the mill and look at this guy's disembodied legs. A shrine to St. Moritz. The statue looks ancient and mostly gone. Columbine. Looks like it's coming in early. Wait, am I in the right spot? Ah, no! Pale horse, still on the floor. What? Hello? Are you alright in there? Is this something I should, like, not bother them? I'm gonna stay quiet. Matins, pale horse, death. Oh, now I've been caught listening. Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you are with us, and this now. I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. Is she all right? She is, yes. Sister Amelie is a mystic, gifted with visions when God sees fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. How long has she been here? She's been sealed in the cells next to the church for almost 10 years now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no kidding, you're gonna have visions. If you came to Mass more often, you would see that I give her communion through a window to her cell. Her cell? She is an anchoress, a religious hermit so devoted to God that she has enclosed herself in a cell next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. Is she local to that thing, or she's a nun at Curacao? Is that relevant here? Neither. She came here from a Benedictine abbey in Lower Bavaria after it burned down. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought all of the monks and nuns at Curacao could read, even poor Brother Volkbert. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. I'm not sure what that's about. Rewriting the sentence. Of course, sister. He seems unhappy. No shit. She is not unhappy, but she is in pain, both physical and spiritual. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to adjust them as best I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. I know of no cure for that, save prayers to the Almighty. Sister Emily was saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh, no, don't rush to judge. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. The Mill, France Bauer, and Widow Kemperin. Trucker. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to come for dinner. The Town Commons. Some people's house. Johann Bauer Farm. Gertner Farm. That's where we want to go. Oh, hang on. I can go around this way. Central Town. Okay. Let's go to Gertner Farm. Also, we have to tell the lady that our woodcutter friend likes her. Or not necessarily that he likes her, but that he says hi. Really? People are asleep already? Wow, that was quick. Who is this person here? What is going on around their neck there? Oh, is that a beard? That's a beard, I think. Okay. Is that Peter? And there's big, there's not Big John, was it? Ursula, Clara, and I guess the girls in the middle there. Alright, so am I going to clean this up? I should clean it up. Can I? Alright, I guess we just go to bed now. It's getting late. I should get some rest. Go to sleep or stay awake? I'm going to go to sleep.